Here are 5 ways that you can beat your competitors. With everybody out there fighting for the same attention, it can be harder than ever to find the right audience for your business. Whether you're a small business or you are looking to scale, competition can be rough. So what can you do to stand out from the rest? As I mentioned, here are 5 ways that you can beat the competitors. Number 5 is by far my favorite. Number 1 is show a bit of personality, especially with younger audiences, but I think with all audiences in general, people have had enough of the crap. They've had enough of the professional, generic lingo, they've had enough of the ads, and they want something that feels a bit real. Whether you're a small business or a large business, I believe it's important to show some kind of personality with the business. Of course, when you are a small business, this is a lot easier because you might even just be a one-person business, in which case it can be your personality that is reflected in your marketing. But then if you are a large company, maybe you have a whole lot of people, it is still important to show some kind of personality. If you want to do your marketing right, and if you really want to reach those audiences, especially the younger generation, then it's important that all of your messaging feels real. So if you are sending out an email to someone, try not to copy and paste everything from AI. It's important that those emails sound like they are actually coming from a person. People want to know that they are talking to someone and not to a faceless company. So as I mentioned, if you're a small business, you can use your own personality and reflect that in the business's marketing. If you are a large company, then of course you're going to have to find some kind of happy medium because there are a lot of people incorporated in this company. At that point, it's just about talking with your team and brainstorming how you can add personality into the company's marketing. Number 2 is use social media properly. Now, there are a lot of businesses, everybody is using social media, but not everyone is using social media the right way. Some of this comes back to tip number 1, which again is to show some of that personality. Unless you are actually doing Facebook ads or Google ads, etc., you don't want your organic social media content to feel like an ad. For example, if you sell products, you don't want it to focus too much on the products. The right way to use social media is to think about the long-term goals. You don't just want to make a sale tomorrow, you want to keep making sales with that same person 10 years from now. And that is all about building relationships. There are also, of course, a few other things you can do to make sure that you are making the most of your social media efforts. One of these, which can be a little bit tricky, is consistency. So that means posting at consistent intervals. It also means posting a consistent quality of content. A good rule to determine how much content you should be posting regularly. Post as often as you can, as long as it is good quality. And good quality doesn't just mean a 4K camera, it looks really pretty, you've got great lighting or anything like that. Quality content could simply just mean that it actually gives something to your audience. You know, it teaches them something, it entertains them, it gives them some kind of helpful information. It actually does something for them. But then on top of that, because you are a business, you also still want that content to actually be relevant to your brand. I've seen some examples from some businesses who have maybe reached out to some kind of external agency or something, or maybe they had a friend help them out, and the content that they were putting up is ridiculous. It has nothing to do with that business or what they sell. It is completely unrelated. It might get lots of views, it might get lots of subscribers, and that's wonderful, except none of those people will actually give a damn about what your business actually does. Most of them will probably follow the account not even realizing that it is a business. One more bonus one is don't use filler content. This is simply just the reverse of what I've already said. Don't put up content if it isn't actually going to serve the audience in some way. If you're just posting for the sake of posting, then don't post. We still have a few more to go. Number 3 is offer value first. A lot of people might invest a lot of time and money and resources into their marketing efforts, and yet they wonder why they're not actually getting any business. Often this is because you've started advertising, you're blurting out your messages, this thing's for sale, that thing's for sale, this is blah, blah, blah. But what you haven't done is you haven't offered value first. People have a lot to choose from. Every single day they are making thousands of decisions. They have thousands of ads put in their face, lots of things fighting for their attention. And if your thing is just another ad, they have no reason to actually look at it. That's why one of the best things that you can do is offer value first. And this can happen in a few ways. So of course, one of the easy options is offering some kind of freebie, a giveaway. Even if you're giving out some kind of coupon, you're giving away a membership to something, whatever it might be, that is an easy one that you can do. So maybe have a look at what you do if you offer products or services. Maybe if you're doing services, maybe the first one is for free. If you're offering products, then maybe there's some kind of sample of their product. Maybe you have some kind of workshop where they're allowed to test out the equipment for free so that they can actually find out if it's right for them. Another way that you can offer value first is, again, through your social media. You can provide educational tips. You can pretty much give away the things that you know. You can teach your audience how to do something new. And if you do this enough times, then it encourages reciprocity. And that's essentially where people feel like they've been given something and they feel the need to return the favor in some way, which of course is them purchasing your product or, choosing your business, depending on what it is that your business actually does. Don't expect them to choose you and give you their hard-earned money if you haven't actually done something to earn it first. Number 4, which is very closely related to what I just said, is establish relationships. The whole goal here is to build trust. The reason why you are embedding a personality, the reason why you want to use social media properly, the reasons why you want to offer value first, we are trying to build trust. We are trying to get to know these people on a deeper level. We want to know their pains and their desires, what it is that they really need in life. We want to know what it is that actually keeps these people awake at night. And then we want them to feel so close to us that they come to us like we're a friend, and we simply are helping them solve this problem. We are helping them solve this pain point. Something hurts and we have the solution to make it feel better. But it's not even about our services or our products. It's just about building those relationships. If you are in business, then maybe you've heard it before where they might not buy from you today, but 1 year from now, maybe they will. Maybe they'll buy something for $5 today, and then tomorrow they buy something for $1,000. So it is simply about building those relationships, and it really just comes down to talking to people as though they are actually people, because you might not have realized, but they actually are. Some of them might not look like it, but they are. And maybe they are secretly some kind of cyborg, but they wouldn't know that, you wouldn't know that. So just to play it safe, talk to them as though they're human anyway. Last but absolutely not least, my favorite way to beat the competitors is to turn the competitors into collaborators. And I think there is an important mind shift that all industries kind of need at the moment. A lot of them are sort of going in this direction, which is fantastic to see. When you start to change that mindset and you start to see those competitors potentially as collaborators, someone that you can actually work with in some way, then instead of fighting each other for all of that attention, you are helping each other build on top. You are helping each other grow together. We can think about some of those popular examples. Coca-Cola and Pepsi. People get so excited when they see these two mega giant companies interacting with each other. And it might be just as simple as both of them commenting on the same post and having a little bit of a comedic joust in the comment section. Another example is crossovers. We see some of our favorite characters in films from different companies come together. That's a major moment in movie history. If you have a TV series and one of those episodes is a crossover with another TV series, everybody talks about that episode. And it's the same thing with companies and businesses working with their competitors. Imagine if instead of worrying about the other guy doing better than you, you are helping them do better. And in return, if you have established a relationship, they will also return the favor. This offers all kinds of benefits. Imagine if one day you have some kind of medical emergency, or you simply just want to go on a very long holiday. Then all of those inquiries that come to you, you could simply refer them over to your competitor. Or depending on what kind of business you have, maybe you have clients, maybe you have ongoing clients, and you can simply ask your competitor if they will help you out for this time period and cover those jobs that need to get done. And as I mentioned before, hopefully you've established that relationship and they will also ask the same in return, whereas you can help them and you get a little bit of bonus work that way. Shifting our mindset, instead of thinking of people as competitors and thinking of them as collaborators, can give such a major boost. We are starting to see this more and more, and I challenge you to think about how you can work with your competitors. For example, coming from my own experience, I have another brand called Film Industry Gateway where we teach filmmaking tips, film production education. In the process of building this other brand, I talk with other filmmakers, people who would naturally be my direct competitors in filmmaking. But instead, we talk, we discuss, we get to know each other, we are networking, we are learning from each other's mistakes, we are learning from each other's successes as well. And instead of everyone trying to shove the other one down so that they can get a bit higher, we are instead lifting each other up and making everyone and our industry better together. So there you have it. There are 5 ways that you can beat the competitors. I hope this video gave you some ideas of some things you can try, some things you can change, and how you can make you and your business better together.